Hello. Welcome to another episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. I'm your host, Nicky C, all the way from Philadelphia, PA, and I have a very special guest, Danny Z, in the house today. Super excited to have you here. How are you, Danny?
Oh my goodness. I'm always excited to be on anything with you. I got to say to you, it doesn't matter what the event is, you and I tend to have a lot of fun together. So I'm great. You know what? The family's healthy and life is good. I think that adds it all up right there.
Absolutely. And can you tell me about that video? Because you were actually in the room at our official business launch last May, as you were our highlight of the event. First, I want to publicly say thank you. And I just love when you're in the room. I love to share these spaces with you. And we have done so much in such a short time, coming up on 2 years. And we'll talk about that. But tell me a little bit about how that event was for you.
Well, first of all, I can't believe it was 2 years ago. How does that happen? Time
Well,
just
it
goes
was
by
1 year
so
ago, but it's
quickly.
almost been 2 years since we met.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I was going to say, oof, liver spots were bursting on my hands at that point. I was getting older by the moment. You know what? Events like that are so essential and important. They're an opportunity for everybody that's there. For me, I get the opportunity to entertain and to do what I do. But for all the people that are there, I mean, you get to rub elbows with somebody who knows something that you don't. You get to experience the opportunities that you provide or other people provide. I think that they're so essential. So when we went to that event, for me, the entertainment portion of it, 100% fun. You know that the minute I get the mic on, I'm good to go and having as much fun as possible. But the behind the scenes, the lunches, the events where you get the one-on-one to talk with an expert in the field, that's really what makes the event for me. I love it.
Amazing. Amazing. So we had a great conversation. We just met up this weekend at Dr. Marie's event, Transforming Pain into Purpose, which you always show up in a big way. And just hearing your story, seeing you do your thing, but actually what I love most about it is when everyone gets to experience who you are and what you do and how you show up and serve. So I wanted to let you know that as well, because you're always there for us. You have been, again, we have shared so many rooms together in the last, oh my goodness, 2 years. January will be 2 years when we did the official business launch back at AMA. So I just want to shout out Emilio because his Facebook friends are real. And he's always connecting us with key players in this game. And it's just been so pivotal for my growth and what I've done. And what we're about to do this weekend, we're celebrating our 2-year Ladies of Leadership anniversary, where we're going to have 50 plus people in the room, about another 30 plus in the Zoom room. And we're just super excited. Hey, Tony's on YouTube. She is our Chief Heart Officer, so she'll be sharing all this stuff. If you can find it on Facebook, share that as well. But Danny Z, I'm going to give you the floor because I know you said you wanted to do it a little bit different this time.
Yeah, I want to take control of the situation. I will say to you a couple of things. One is I'm so proud that you started off by saying we've shared a number of rooms and we've shared a number of stages together in the last year or two. And that's really a testament of what is behind the scenes of what goes on. Being successful in anything that we do, not just what you and I do professionally, but in anything, it requires you to show up and to be there and to be a part of it. And the fact that you and I meet up at these events just really tells the tale. Like, I mean, it's not easy traveling the way we do. You and I both have families, and there's no question that sometimes there's some financial burdens, hotels, travels, all of those things that come with it. But success isn't easy, and that's the importance of investing, because you're investing in yourself. Every single event that you've ever been to, that you and I have been there, it's we have to be accountable to ourselves, to the client that's putting it on, just as you are putting one on this weekend. And you got to get the most out of it. And I'm proud that you and I have been to many different events together for that reason. So you have a big event coming up this weekend, and there's going to be people that watch this in replay or watch it on live, people who are in my friend circle or business circle, and people are in yours. What's the event about? For somebody who's never experienced this event, doesn't know what's happening, what's it about?
Yeah, so this event is monumental. Again, it's the first year we were able to celebrate a year of growth, a year of women entrepreneurs, some that had no businesses to actually launching businesses, to actually hosting their own events. And what BALM Global's mission is to do is to build leaders globally. That's our tagline, and we live and stand by that. So this weekend is no different. This weekend is going to share the 2 year growth, right? Because we still have so many things coming up, a lot of new partnerships and new collaborations, new sponsors that's really driving our mission through anthologies, through community building. So the big three pillars that we have on our agenda is um, why not? My company is called Building a Leadership Mindset. So it's all about the build, it's all about the leadership and the mindset, but actually working backwards. You can't do any of those things unless you have first the right mindset and be ready for the challenges that come with this industry, and be willing to have and put in one, the work, the sacrifice, and how can you balance it all out. The second thing is, once you have the mindset and you're ready to go all in, it's gaining the leadership skills that you need as a nurturer, as a facilitator, as a person, a mentor, coach, really getting whatever business that you have to the next level, and having the right leadership in your core business. But then to finally, the tools that you actually need to build. So they're going to take away so many tools from my keynotes. We have three main workshops on those three pillars. And what it's about is really leaving at the end of the day ready to start whatever it is you've been putting off for so long, whatever desires you've been having, thinking that you can't do it. You will leave 100,000% confident that you can get it started right there and then.
Now, I gotta say, you said a couple of things that I wanted to touch bases on. The first of all, one of the things that you said to me is there's a number of sponsors that come along. The reason why people invest in you is because you've proven to step up to the plate and do what's required. The people who sponsor your events and are a part of it are there because they recognize the value that you bring to the table. So the fact that you already started off and bring the attention of those sponsors should tell anybody who's watching this. This is a quality program that other businesses and other leaders in the community believe in. That's how you get those sponsors or those partnerships. Now, a woman comes and she wants to be a part of the program. She's on the wall. She wants to buy the ticket, but she's just not sure. She hasn't really stepped into this avenue, this lane, so to speak. One of the things that I love about you, and there are many, is that you're not just one and done. You're not trying to collect somebody to come to an event like this. You build a relationship and you're touchable. You're somebody that somebody can reach out to and talk to or get coaching from and work through. So if it's somebody who's a beginner in this platform, you're really somebody who will continue to work with them. That's true, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the number one goal. It's really coming into this space and really leveraging every opportunity, everything that we have available in our resource tool. We have almost 2 years of content that is totally accessible to those that join the community. We have so many opportunities to get on stages, to be these keynote speakers, to lead into their organization. So there's so many resources. Like, even if I'm on a call just sharing what I do, it's really a laundry list. And I try not to go there, but they get so excited and tell me more. And it's just been a beautiful thing to witness, because when I first started this organization was really just to have a sisterhood. I didn't grow up having that support, that mentor, that coaching, that and then women would tell me, like, you know what, I don't really hang around with other women because of, all the drama that comes with it and those types of things. So we want to change that narrative. And I think the culture that we build, it totally will be showcased this weekend.
Yeah, I think that when you say sisterhood, there's a lot of truth to that, because I work in a male dominant community because I'm an entertainer and an escape artist and the ridiculousness of my own life. And uh, um, I have a stronger pull with a man if I'm talking about vulnerability and the struggles that I've been through, because they feel as though I'm meeting them at that level. And when you talk about sisterhood, when somebody's trying to break through into this avenue, whether they're getting into the speaking world or writing a book or needing coaching, it's 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 having the ability to talk openly to somebody, and the fact that you're such a strong woman in the community means you're somebody that they can talk to specifically without the gender issue or without worrying about how you will judge them from a woman to another woman. And I think that's very strong, and I see that in the way you speak and the way you talk to other people. Even the event that we went to last weekend, the award-winning event that you were at, because I was very proud to be a part of presenting you with an award. And I think that you're a safe space for somebody who wants to be honest and talk about anything. I've witnessed you open the book and allow yourself to be an understanding ear for anybody, no matter what they need to talk about. So when they get a coach or when they deal with a program with you, you're really signing on to be a friend, so to speak, because you love and listen unconditionally. Can you talk on that for a moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that you said that, because when I speak to anyone, whether they join my program or not, or we build a bond outside of the community, and I feel that synergy, the first thing I tell everyone is we're attached at the hip now. It's not about the transaction. I think I even spoke on it at some point today where um, some people come on, right? I think it was on Jose's call today. The question he had for us in the CLA was when someone tells you no about your program, you know they may need it, you know that this will be that platform for them to get to where they want to go, and they still say no for whatever reason, right? Objections. It could be financial, it can be timing, and all those things. So no doesn't stop me. It actually fuels me, because I know that maybe it's not the right time, or this is probably not the client that needs my services, and that's okay. So I don't marry the decision, but I'm all about getting that however I can serve. Whether again you join us or not, you're always going to get some type of value coaching, because I know that we're going to continue. We're not stopping anytime soon. We are next year will be fast and furious. That's what I'm theming next year for us, and what we're planning to do with this movement as we launch our tour and all that good stuff. But it's really about first getting to know you. I want to know all of you. How do we show up? Where do the signs align? And really, how do we get you to that next step? And what I love about the community that I've built is that I'm also a student as well. So I'm learning just as much as I'm giving. So that's really what we built.
One of the things that we talked about at the last event, and I heard come up in conversation, is a great coach has a coach. And I know that you have a number of people that you look up to in the community, and that just as you were talking about Jose and the CLA, you involve yourself in other things, because as much as you grow as an individual and with BALM and the business that you're creating, there's always new ideas and there's always room even for you. So I really look up to the fact that although you're a coach and you offer these programs, you still recognize that there's more in it for you, and you consistently bring that to the people who are under you and that are involved in your programs. The other thing I wanted to say was I'm very proud that you're on my Rolodex, so to speak. I'm proud that I can text you or message you on Messenger. And even early on when we first met, you allowed me to open that door with you, because you recognized that if we needed to talk or we needed to work through something or communicate about a program, you're touchable. You're not an email or just a video. When somebody gets in a program with you, they get in a program with you. This isn't a turnkey, watch my scheduled programmed emails coming about. You're touchable. And I think that in a saturated market where there's a lot of coaches, I think that's the personal touch that makes you so fantastic at what you do, is because you're not afraid to take the time and have that conversation or that talk. So I'm a new person that's coming to your event this weekend. I've bought the ticket. I'm really uncertain as to where I want to go or what I want to do. Do I still get to sit with you and talk to you for a few minutes? Do I still get that one-on-one, even though I'm new to the room? Are you going to give me the attention that might make me sign or make me be a part of future programs?
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that you said that again. That I am touchable, and I have a team that's touchable as well. That are my right and my left hand. My executive manager, 38 years, Sandra Martinez. You met her; she was at
Hmm.
that room. And again, you, Tony Marie. We have Ivy Perez that are really leading this with us. We're not just am I going to have a conversation with you there, but once you join our program, or even if you visit as a guest, what we do, we take you on a journey. Our onboarding is really different from what I've seen because I've been in plenty of communities. So I wanted to make sure that you don't just come in and just speak to me. We have community navigators to make sure you get all of the resources you need at the very beginning of start. That happens within the first couple days. You're plugged into every single thing that we do. We have a very strategic plan on going through the journey with you, creating the tools, right? That you just come in, we communicate a particular way with you and help you grow what it is you're trying to grow. So it can be a new business, it can be no business. Just a really quick example, my executive manager only wanted that, my best friend only wanted to help me with emails and for me not to have my laptop while I was in Cancun on my 20-year anniversary, and said, how can I help? And I had been trying to get her to work with me for so long, because I did network marketing, I did all these things. And that's all she had to said was, that's all she had to say, can someone outside of the state that you live in can work for you? I said, oh, you're talking about a virtual assistant, let's make it happen. We locked her in, we built the team. That was right before that official business launch, and we did that only in 3 months. From the decision to host my 1 year event, to the actual event was only 3 months, and we had to put that together, and we're still continuing to do that. And now this best friend of mine that wanted to stay behind the scenes, not only has she spoken multiple times, she's becoming a first-time author because of what we offer in this community. She's also launched her first podcast. So these are things of what I'm saying. She's the true definition of what a ladies of leadership journey should look like. But she had nothing. She started from scratch, right? And we want to build whatever you have, rebuild that into what you really want it to look like.
Yeah, I love that. I can say to you, I'm married, a proud father of 6 children, and I can say that in every event that you and I have been to, you really have a family first philosophy. It's not uncommon for your family to be with you or to travel with you, and you take the time because you recognize that even as a busy professional woman in this industry, family is very essential and very important. So for somebody who might want to go to an event like this or are wondering if they should expand their business, I can say firsthand that you don't let success compromise the importance of those that you love, your spouse and your children. Like it's a real family first value, and it's not that business doesn't take time, it does, but you recognize that being busy shouldn't compromise the love that you have for the people who surround you. So this event coming up this weekend, where is it? Where can people find out information about it?
Yes, absolutely. You can actually get it from our event space. A lot of people have been invited already. There on my Facebook events, you can reach me directly and I'll send you a link.
Yeah, I
It's
love
going to
that.
be in Philadelphia at the Mummers Museum. It's actually where I got married. It's a big, it's a beautiful venue. We're actually going to be there tomorrow, testing on Zoom, sound, and everything, making sure that our virtual experience is what it's exactly supposed to be, as well as the in house space. So it's right in the heart of it's actually close to the yacht party that we went to.
Nice, nice.
So it's right around the corner from there. And it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I have not stopped or slept much in the last couple of days, but we're going to make it happen.
Okay, I'm on the wall. I really want to go. I've been watching your Zooms all of this time, and I'm excited about what you have to say. And I'm just on really, and I'm ashamed to say this for anybody who I'm speaking for. Really, I'm on the wall on whether or not I should take that step and believe in my business or believe in that next gamble. And I will say, I'll take the words out of your mouth before you have the chance to say it. When you're on the wall, when you're on the edge, you just have to leap forward. You'll never find success watching from the back, no matter what. So you should always leap forward. But here's somebody who's on the wall. They've watched your lives. They're checking it out, and they're just unsure. My answer to them: just take the leap. Just do it. Just do it. When somebody buys the ticket, joins the Zoom, becomes a part of it, how are they going to feel when they leave this event? And it's easy for me to say because I've been there, and you know what? You feel the energy in the room, the love, the everything that comes with it. But what can they expect? Like when the event is happening and it's over, what should they be getting from this?
Oh my goodness. Let's first go to your first question about kind of the fence. And I know we've all been on the fence. Should we go? Should we not go? Is this going to be beneficial? Am I going to get something out of it? I'm a walking testimony that every single room I've been in, I either gotten a connection, a member, an aha moment. And these are people that, see me in the room, and then they don't join immediately, and then they come back later and we're ready with open arms, right?
Mhm.
My only thing is to show you what has worked for me in these past 2 years, and I don't want to die with that information. My only purpose is to give that before my last breath, and I do that every single time I show up with anyone, whether it's on a phone call, on an email, in a community. So what I want them to leave with is the confidence that they can do it too, that they
Mhm.
will do it. Not that they can, that they will do it, and they will start taking the action. Because I was at that same place May 14, 2022, when I first met Emilio at that speaker competition. Thought I had no business in there because I only had a business degree. I only had a health information technology. I had been in the healthcare for 14 years. I'm just a notary now. I'm driving around. I had just started my coaching program. And then I'm in this room with so many people that I felt unworthy to even be part of for a quick second, until they embrace me. And that's what you get in every room. Trust me, every time I went to an event, and let me tell you, I've paid from ticket sales from 97 to 2500 to get on a stage for 7 minutes. My ROI was bigger than that. First of all, the flight with Frontier at that time was crazy. So just an experience, but all those sacrifices were worth it. So what we want you to leave away with is, again, the confidence and the tools to get started today, now. Don't wait any longer. I'm glad that we're doing it in November. Some people wait for New Year's resolution. That could have happened in June. Like, I'm already set for 2025 and what we want to do, and we want to give you those tools. So
I'm
that's
gonna say, for those who don't know who this stranger is talking to Nicky, I can proudly boast I've done 5,000 shows in 50 countries, 15 Got Talents, and I can say every time I get a chance to be on a stage with Nicky, every time I get a chance to be a part of her event, I'm there. And I can boast stages worldwide. I can say you've never reached out, or you and I have never communicated about going to an event that I haven't either tried to or showed up to be at. And that's a testament of you, because there's lots of stages and lots of opportunities, but the character who you present, the person that you are on stage and off stage, how you represent your family and the people who are there, is the person that makes me go there, because I'm proud to be on stage with you. I'm proud to understand what you're doing in the lives that you're impacting, and to be a part of that community, and to have that opportunity to share that with you is a blessing in my own. So if you're on the wall, if you want to get tickets to the event, or you don't know if you should, I'm telling you, as a seasoned entertainer who has traveled all over, I gladly make the trip so that I can be alongside of you. And I can't believe how many stages we've been on or that we have shared. And there's a reason for that, is because we're chasing success. We're with the right successful people. And if you are watching this and you don't know what you should be doing, you should be on stage with us. That's exactly what you should be doing. So they can buy tickets. There's still tickets available, and they can chase them down through Facebook or through your website. And the event's going to be this weekend. When's the event start? How long is the days? Tell me a little bit about that.
So it's just a one-day event. It's Saturday. Registration starts at 8 for our VIPs, which there's still some availability there. And we have 8:30 for check-ins for our general admission. And we're actually going up until 3. Like I said, we have workshops, we have a ceremony. We're actually honoring every woman in the room. So it's not just ladies of leadership. We're not just going to share what we've done and how we've been able to do it as a unit, but also celebrate our sister communities, those that are in other communities as well, that's showing up to support some of our speakers. So every single lady in that room will be honored. And then it finishes at 3. We're going to wrap up, and then we are going to have an after party, which it's a blessing. We actually had the venue till 5, so have a 2-hour networking. And it was
you call it a party. It's a mastermind. I don't care what you say.
It is a mastermind.
It is a mastermind. I'm going to say to you that everyone buys a ticket and they go to this event. I love the events. And when you first started talking about 8:30 and coming into it, I've walked through that door first thing in the morning with you on those events. I get goosebumps thinking about it, because it's the anticipation of what the day entails. And you're not sure what's going to happen. And everyone's got butterflies. And then it just starts to evolve and it starts to happen. And then you're a part of it. And before you know it, it's 3 o'clock and the event is over. And when you say an after party, no, it's a mastermind, because I can say to you at 3 o'clock, when the dust settles, for me, I want to talk to all of these inspiring people, these beautiful people who've impacted me at one of these events. A couple hours isn't long enough. And I'm going to throw the advice out there right now to anybody who's listening or watching. I'm going to say to you, have your pen and paper ready, or get your phone ready, and you start getting contacts, because these are going to be people that you carry with you, just as Nicky and I have carried each other since the very first event that we've met. And they're going to be the most inspiring, trusting, loving people who have told you and shared with you and done things that just make you feel like a better version of yourself. And because of that, mastermind. It's not an after party. It's a mastermind. It's sharing and talking and recognizing the value that's in that room. I love it.
Absolutely. And everybody's just going to have ideas, right? They're going to start talking about, oh, I can do this. They're going to pull things out of their coaching programs that they probably, certifications that they took before, that they didn't even realize that they can make a huge lifestyle shift and change for their business, for their passion. Because that's what I've done at every single event. And I love that you said the mastermind. And let's just talk about, let's go back real quick to Saturday. So we were both at Dr. Marine's event, which ended about 5:30, and Jose was hosting a mastermind, a dinner where he brought the CLA tribe. And
we drove an hour away. We drove an hour away to it. That's how important it is.
An hour away in traffic. So we were like, and let me tell you, Danny, I did not even have my radio on. I was in total silence for an hour on this highway, just
you're taking it all in. You're taking it all in. Everything you heard that day, everything you experienced, like, it's overwhelming, to be honest with you. And I don't mean that in a negative fashion, but when you hear the stories, when you experience all of this, it affects you. And that's the word that I like to use, because all the stories are impactful. All the people are fantastic, but I'm affected when I leave there. When I leave an event like that, I know that I'm different than when I arrived, because you get to share. And you know what? I'll say to you, Nicky, I get up and talk at that last event, that weekend event. I am 7 minutes into a 20-minute talk, and I'm not even saying anything sad. You're crying already, you and Amelia. And I'm like, guys, you're killing me. I'm not even at an emotional part. But that's what happens, is you fall in love with the romance of the speaker and how they're sharing, and you get to walk along their path and hold their hand through this incredible journey. And when you do that, you can't help but be emotionally tied to that person, as you and I were when I was doing that talk. And that's why I say it affects you, because you leave, you in my talk specifically, people leave loving their family a little different, or thinking about them, or holding them tighter, and all of those things. And what happens is you see so many of these fantastic speakers that share in a raw, emotional, uncharted way that just makes you recognize your own existence and the people who are around you. And when that happens, you could not pay for that experience. There's not enough money in the world for who you are when you leave that event, because you're affected, you're altered, you're changed, and you're a better version of yourself. That's how it ends.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just can't say enough, because I'm just thinking, like, my mind is literally rolling through
Sure.
all of the events I've been to, and all of the experiences and those moments, and specifically yours, Danny. When I heard your story the first time, that January, I think I heard it once or twice more, and then this one. And obviously, Daniela was sitting by me. We love you. We know the story. And it just touched our heart. And I just had to get up and get some napkins, because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
But the way you did it this time was totally different. It was different. And I'm glad I have your book. I can't wait to read it. Beyond Impossible.
That's why you go to the events over and over and over again, though, is because I can say to you how I've evolved as a speaker and how I present myself changes by the audience and the time. And that's why it's important to show up. That's why it's important to buy the ticket and go to the event, is because I can promise you, your very first event that you got up nervously on stage, you're a different character, a different performer than you are when you walk on stage last weekend or this coming weekend. And that's why you do this, is because it doesn't matter what your business is. It doesn't matter how you're trying to grow as a person. You have to take the step, and you have to put yourself in a vulnerable situation to become better. And that's what this event is all about. The beautiful women who arrive to this event and are a part of this are going to leave with a different level of confidence and understanding, no matter what they're doing, for their tomorrows. And I know so many events that you and I get to be a part of, I grow because I listen to the other speakers and listen to the people and the mastermind conversation afterwards. And think of how many conversations you and I have had, and the opportunity to share about our families and those things. And to take it back to the beginning of our conversation, where I say you're very touchable. I mean, the fact that you and I have had the conversations we have just shows the level of commitment you have when you coach and when you're a part of a program with anybody. And I can say to you, I'm a better version having shared those stages with you. And the people who come to this event and participate and allow themselves to be open are going to grow. That's what this is about. I don't know why anybody's watching this and they're not saying I'm going to this because I love them. They're just one of those things that when you get to be a part of, you want them more because you recognize the value that they bring.
Absolutely. That's why God put it on my heart when we did that official business launch. And for all various reasons, it just hasn't kicked off yet. But that doesn't mean I give up on that dream. That means that it's not the right time to do it. And imagine if I was on tour, what would we be doing now? Like, all these events I wouldn't be able to share and stuff like that. So I don't take any challenges, anything that can potentially throw me off course, get to my core skin. And I think that's what a lot of us kind of battle with, right? It's the me versus me. It's really that internal struggle. Like, am I even worthy? Yes, everybody is worthy of having a beautiful, abundant life and getting the tools that they need to get there with the people that's willing to give that to you. And that's why I show up at every event as much as I can. And that's why I put them on. I will continue to put them on. And this is going to grow bigger than what, I mean, it's grown bigger than what I've even imagined when I first started 2 years ago. So where it's going to go 5, 10 years from now, and the amount of conversations I have, like we had this weekend as well. You said, hey, Nikki, make sure, I think you told me, make sure
Yeah.
you give me a minute and we're going to have a conversation, which was totally exactly what we were both thinking. What we were both, we already went into the event with a conversation starter.
Yeah,
Which
before the event started, we said, but literally, you and I sat outside of the event and said, before this day is done, we need to get together and talk about our future, so to speak. And that's what happened. You know, it's so funny. While you were saying that, I was thinking to myself, people don't understand that when you wait, you just get farther down the line. Like I mean, like when we go to an event, you and I are already talking about future events. Like we're at that stage where the first events aren't like that. And I always think to myself, for my own show, my Danny Z show, I can remember the people who struggled to buy the $5 ticket to my show. You're not getting in for $5 anymore. It's the opportunity for you to be a part of something as it grows. Like the fact that you can say, here we are 2 years into it. I can promise you the conversations will be different for you and I when you say it's our 5th anniversary. I can promise you the network that you've created is going to be so strong when you say that the people who are just logging on and being a part of it at the 5-year anniversary have missed so much. Today is an opportunity for you to be a part of the growth and the part of what you have moving forward, and knowing how much you give unconditionally. Today is the opportunity for somebody to buy a ticket and be a part of it this weekend. Easy, easy.
absolutely, absolutely. So definitely connect with me, with any of my team. I'm going to go back and go through all the chats. Again, if you're on the fence, don't think about it any longer. There's a reason why you're still on the fence, is because you're supposed to be in that room.
You're
Because you're
on the
still
fence,
thinking
but you're on the video. You're already here. You've already sat through it. We're 40 minutes into this. You already know that you should be a part of it. You already know that something fantastic is going to happen. And I can say to you, unfortunately, I'm not at the event this weekend, but I can promise you, everybody who's a part of your events, you know I'm going to be on a stage with you very, very soon. And you and I and the people who we really care about, we give unconditionally to one another. And I can promise you, the people who are being a part of this, that we're all touchable and we're all a support to one another. And you're not getting just Nikki, you're getting a team of people who have love and have the admiration for your own personal growth. If you're on the wall, buy the ticket.
yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Danny. It is always a pleasure. Do we have anything else to tell them?
I can say to you, supportingly, anything that you are doing, I'm behind. I do have a number of events coming up myself, and if you wanted to share that via the chat, or if you wanted to do that, I can promise you that if anybody buys a ticket to this event, having watched the video, if they in replay hashtag Danny Z, or say I seen the event with Danny Z, I can promise you, Nikki will offer you a ticket to one of my events. And I can just say to you that I want to know at the end of this event that somebody came because of this video, because of this interview, this conversation we had, and they're better because of it. I want to be at an event with them next year, the year after, at some point, and I want them to come over and say, Danny, I was on the wall, and after listening to you and Nikki, I went, and look at where I am today. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I can say to you, Nikki, you feel free to jump in with the chats, or you be a part of it. But my future event, if you would like to give away a ticket, our tickets are $6.99, and you're welcome to give one away to one of the people who purchase a ticket for this event moving forward. And I don't know what you're waiting for. Just get on board with us, and next year at this point you'll be interviewing Nikki on her third instead of me.
Yes, yes, yes. So everyone who's listening, we will have every general admission ticket will get 5 entries for all of our giveaways that we're having throughout the day. We have books, programs, all types of stuff. Can't tell you. You have to be in the room to know. But this is one that will be in that giveaway slot. And also our VIPs get 10 chances to get one of these or all of our giveaways. And trust me, we don't disappoint when it
No.
comes to getting in these rooms, because I know exactly what these rooms have done for us. Picked and pulled plenty of things that I've seen that make these rooms matter bigger than what we think it is. And we're just going to grow doing that. And the opportunity that our speakers are our members, right? We make sure that they are first in line. They are ready to rock and roll, giving them these opportunities, even on our virtual stages. It's really all about them, their growth, and getting their businesses to the next level. It doesn't, BALM Global, Ladies of Leadership, that's a community. That's what I've built. But it's not about that. It's about every single woman in that room that will be, again, honored, and just showcasing how we've done it and how we are still doing it and how we will continue to do it. So get your ticket. Don't wait. Don't think about it. Check us out. You'll know when you know.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'd buy a ticket just for the giveaways. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, at this event this weekend, there always is one person who just shines that none of us knew. There's always one person who just stands out and you just wonder where they came from. It's incredible. That person, I just can't wait to get on a stage with. I just can't wait to get to know them and be a part of their future. It's going to be fantastic. So if you're watching this, I wonder if that's you. Yeah.
Is that you? Ask yourself that. What have I been waiting for? Let's go lock in our tickets, get in the room. And again, and Danny tells no lies when it comes to what we're doing and how we're working together and the tour that he will be a part of. So any event that we have a great connection with Danny, and again, our circle of just inspiring influencers, coaches, mentors. We want to make sure that you have exactly what you need to grow. There's no excuse. The only answer is to get in the room.
I love it. I love it. Awesome, Nikki. Well, listen, I expect a full review, and I can promise you that I will be liking and loving everything that you do online leading up to the event, and I can't wait to watch pictures of the after party, so to speak. And for you and all of these wonderful ladies that are going to this event, I really, truly, with all of my heart, wish you all the most success.
Thank you so much, Danny. I am going to put our closing video up. You can scan the QR code, go to our website, lock in the ticket. There are some coupon codes, so you definitely have to call me anyway, so we can get you the coupon codes if you haven't seen where they're at. We want to give you that discount and make sure that you're in the room. We've kind of eliminated all the barriers on why you wouldn't be there. So have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Building a Leadership Mindset podcast with Danny Z, and have a great night. And as I always say, make it count. Bye, everyone.